Hello students, today we will discuss one more interesting topic. This topic is related to one of the battles that was fought on the Indian soil. This battle is the Battle of Karnal, and this battle is one of the prime reasons for the decline of Mughals in India. So, why this battle becomes important? See, generally a lot of times battles are fought for days together. But this is a battle so important, leading to the crushing of mighty Mughal Empire, and which was not fought in weeks. This was not fought in days. This was fought only in 3 hours. So, a 3-hour battle has changed the course of history. So, one of the very few important battles fought in India. And therefore, another relevance is that this battle was fought on 24th February 1739. So recently we see the anniversary date was passed, that is 24th February. So which also adds to the relevance of this topic being discussed on this point of time. So such an important battle, where was this particular battle fought? Where is this Karnal? If you see the general map of India, so here if we have Delhi, to the north of Delhi we see Panipat here, and to the north of Panipat we see Karnal. We see Panipat and also Karnal. So Karnal is in Haryana, right, and very near to Panipat. Because see, a lot of times in the medieval period we see a lot of battles were fought. Even the first battle of Panipat, even the second battle of Panipat, and even later on third battle also. And again in the middle we are seeing the battle of Karnal being fought in 1739. So I hope you got the location, because the location adds to the significance. If you understand the geography and location, it's better that we can discuss why these battles have happened. And now this location will lead us to definitely the next thing called as parties. Who fought in this battle? Who were the parties in this battle? So naturally, seeing this location, we can say the Afghan powers or the Persia. As we have seen Hindu Kush mountain range and Himalayas, we see here the Afghanistan and here the Persia. So Persian ruler is invading and he is fighting this war. And who were the Mughal ruler at that time? If we see Mughals versus the Persian ruler. Among Mughals we see Muhammad Shah, and here among the Persian rulers we see Nadir Shah. Now who is Muhammad Shah? Muhammad Shah ruled from 1720 till 1748, so around 28 years of period. His period of rule was so important that his period of rule has the power or has the time to bring fortunes to Mughal Empire. Why? If you see the Mughal history, generally Mughals can be divided into two parts, that is early Mughals and later Mughals. So early Mughals coming in from 1526, that is first battle of Panipat, Babur coming into India. From 1526 they have ruled till 1707. So all the important Mughal kings have ruled during this period. We have seen Babur, then Humayun, then Akbar, then Jahangir, then Shah Jahan, and the last ruler Aurangzeb died in the year 1707. During the early Mughal period, the Mughal expansion was happening, Mughal power was increasing, Mughal authority was increasing. And next, later Mughals, they have ruled from 1707 till 1857. The revolt of 1857 that we see during the British period. During the period of later Mughals, what we see is the authority of Mughals is declining. The power of Mughals is declining. Even the rulers who are ruling this particular region during this particular time are ruling for very short periods. Like after Aurangzeb, who died in 1707, we see his son Bahadur Shah coming up and ruling for just 5 years. Then Jalandhar Shah coming up and ruling for just 1 or 2 years. So again next ruler coming up and ruling for just 5 years. So very short span of time, whereas rulers in early Mughals, they have ruled for 25, 28, 30, and even Akbar and Aurangzeb ruled for around 49 years, or approximately we can say 50 years. Such a long rule has given them a lot of time to concentrate on administration and go for development and prosperity of their region. But during the later Mughals, we see the kingdom is declining, the power is declining. But at such a time of declining, at such a time of short rule, we see one ruler standing out among them was Muhammad Shah. who ruled for around 28 years period. He had a very good amount of time in his hand. He could have developed, he could have gone for better policies, better administration, better governance. He could have gone for expanding the empire. But he was not the man of the time. He was also called as Muhammad Shah Rangila. Why Rangila? Because he always was intoxicated. He was always busy with music and dance, never concentrated on administration, proving to inherent weakness. Now, coming to causes of war. What led or what were the reasons for the causes of war? First, we see the inherent weakness of Mughal Empire, falling standards of administration, economic decline. So, what not? Military failure or decline in military. See, during the later Mughals, what we see is that owing to the decreasing territory, owing to the weakness, the rulers have gone for something called as like instead of paying these military soldiers in cash, they started paying them in land revenue. Means a soldier has to collect his salary in the form of land revenue. So thousands and lakhs of soldiers being assigned lands. Now where is that land? Far off from Delhi. So what soldier should do? He should go far off location and he should collect his salary. So if he is going to far off location to collecting his salary, can he be there in army? No. Can he be prepared for war? No. Because half of the time he is spending just traveling to and fro from his assigned land and collecting his salary from there. So therefore we see the weakness started. So because of all these weaknesses, we see Mughals were becoming less powerful. And at the same time, what we see is the expansionist policies of Nadir Shah. Nadir Shah, while being expanding his kingdom in the Persia, he also occupied Afghanistan. Right? Once he occupied Afghanistan, naturally it's his natural choice that invading India, and also at the time when India is weak. Therefore, expansionist policies of Nadir Shah also made him to come into the battle, to fight a battle with Mughals. So these are the causes. Now we'll discuss about the battle. As you have already seen, we know the date, 24th Feb 1739. Where was battle fought? We already know Karnal. Where is it? Haryana. Now the striking feature of this battle is the number of forces. Mughals had around 2 lakh soldiers, whereby Nadir Shah is having only 50,000. Now see, Nadir Shah is having less than quarter an army or approximately quarter an army in compared to Mughals. So definitely it could be thought that Mughals will win the battle. But owing to the inefficiency, we see Mughals have lost the battle. Why? We see Mughals were less prepared, less organized and outdated methods. Therefore, again we see the positives of Nadir Shah. Even though he is having very less army with him, his army was better organized and used modern warfare, or we can say modern tactics. What were his modern tactics? He had a swift cavalry. Now cavalry means soldiers on horses, right? And he also used artillery very efficiently. So efficient use of artillery, being better organized and having a strong or swift cavalry were the positive sides. Even though he had a very less army, he defeated Mughals. Mughals were crushed. And how? In just 3 hours. The battle was over in 3 hours. A huge empire of Mughals was defeated. Mughal prestige suffered because of this. When Muhammad Shah, the Mughal ruler, when Muhammad Shah was informed that Nadir Shah is coming for battle, he said, okay, let him come. He didn't even take it seriously. So we see such a negligence. And when he came to Karnal, he defeated, and now after defeating Mughals, he came and occupied Delhi. So what are the consequences? Once Mughals were defeated, Nadir Shah, he entered Delhi. He sacked Delhi. He looted it. A lot of, empire was definitely looted. The empire, Mughal empire's treasure and also traders. So he looted both the treasure of Mughal empire and also a lot of traders who were staying in Delhi. A lot of people who were staying in Delhi. Everyone's houses were raided. A lot of people were murdered. A lot of their wealth was taken. Even Mughal empire's treasures were completely emptied. He stayed in Delhi for a few months, and after staying there for a few months, he even thought it unfit to rule and he went back. So when he went back, he took so much treasure with him that in Persia, he offered his people 3 years of tax free. So for the next 3 years, after 1739, people in Persia were waived off their taxes. So that much wealth was taken from India. The Mughal prestige suffered. Definitely, Mughal prestige declined. And after this point, the Mughal territory decreased heavily, and instead of having a control over India, their territory was limited to areas around Delhi. Very small kingdom. And later on we see regional powers. Regional powers gained independence or importance, whereby we see Bengal becoming independent, Hyderabad becoming independent, the power of Marathas growing, Audh becoming, asserting its independence, Sikhs asserting their independence. So a lot of regional powers have come up. And at the same time, colonial powers were also present in India. So this particular gap, the decline of Mughals, this particular gap was also taken as an advantage by colonial masters or colonial rulers. Shortly after 1739, we see in 1757, Battle of Plassey was fought. In 1764, Battle of Buxar was fought, which has given concessionable progress, say expressive progress or expansion to British, whereby they occupied Bengal, British. After Battle of Plassey 1757 and Battle of Buxar 1764, we see British occupying Bengal and later on spreading their territory throughout India. So the consequences of this battle were huge. Regional decline of Mughal power, regional powers increasing. Again, these regional powers having a lot of fighting between them, and British taking advantage of such conditions, or other colonial powers taking advantage of such conditions. French trying to rise, British trying to rise, and eventually we see British leading the particular expansion of India. Here in the end we can see that definitely it was a very decisive battle, right? And not only battle, but even the symbols of power of India, that is like the peacock throne of Shah Jahan and the Kohinoor diamond of India was also taken by Nadir Shah. And these things later on came into the hands of British, and we very well know currently where the peacock throne is, where the diamond or the Kohinoor diamond currently is. Apart from that, this battle particularly paved way for colonial expansion. And Mughal simply became a symbol of power, simply a symbol of expression, a nominal authority. But real authority after this war, or real progress after this war, lay in the hands of British. Therefore, this battle can efficiently be concluded or be treated as a huge turning point in the history of India. Thank you for understanding.